All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I just want to say one thing about my channel. So, a lot of my videos, I do talk about people in a certain light, or say stuff about certain people. Like, I'm only saying these viewpoints because people feel these things from time to time, right? So, for the most part, you get along with your coworkers, or you get along with your staff at work. But sometimes you're like, why do they have to do that, or why do they have to be like that, right? And then some of these things are just opinions, right? And I think people know I'm very, very nice, so they don't really worry about it. And some of these opinions don't belong to me, right? I might be talking about someone else's opinion or whatever, but I mean, when you see someone, there's something, and you're like, okay, like you know what, like I'm very I'm kind of like opinionated in a sense. I mean, I'm controversial in a sense. I don't really see it that way because these are just opinions that I carry all the time, and I feel free to speak them. And I don't think they're really all that controversial. But my look is super controversial, so everything I say can sometimes carry a bit of something with it, right? So I've got kind of a strong look. So people think that when I say something, they take it very seriously. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes. So these are just opinions, and they're not necessarily my own. So don't think that I'm trying to say stuff about people in general, or that I think I know everything. I'm trying to, and I mean my fans understand me. They get it. They know, and they feel this way too, right? Like as I watched Madonna growing up, I always thought to myself, I was like her. I knew I was gonna, I knew she was a star, and I knew that I really valued her music, and I really could relate. I really felt I could relate. All of her music just spoke to me. It really spoke to me. So when you, and then Lady Gaga too, and all that. But I mean, when you see these people and you think to yourself, like if they had opinions, and they do say their opinions, they have interviews. When you see their interviews, some of their opinions are strong and may seem harsh, but I mean, they're people that are seen in the public eye, and they're always looked at to bring out the next set of performances and entertainment. They're always set out to be the most beautiful and the most stunning, and people are always seeking them out for dating or whatever reason they might be sought out for. So it's a really kind of a crazy world we live in, where people that are like that are seen so much in the spotlight and given that kind of role, that they're kind of different than everybody else, or spectacular in some way. And so when people see that, they don't know how to react in real life. So they see these opinions and they think, what do you know? You're out there. How do you know anything about it? People that have gone, that are celebrity types, or that are celebrities, have gone through a lot. They know, some of these people, not everyone, but some of them are rich and have always been rich and never have done anything, have ever had any hard time at all. But some of these people have gone through amazing things. Like some of them have overcome homelessness, some of them have overcome many things. So to put down a label, and I think people just see celebrities and just think they can say whatever they want, which to some extent, yeah, that's true. I mean, they're celebrities, they can handle it, but I mean, to some extent, you're like, okay, well, they're human, like they have feelings. But I mean, as far as it goes for me, I'm very grateful to be who I am, and I can see why somebody would be upset with me if they're not the most, if they have less looks than I do or whatever, they might be upset with me. And of course, and it has nothing to do with me as a person. And maybe they grew up and had somebody negative to them that was good looking or whatever. So I'm understanding. So I get that, and I feel for them. Obviously, I wish they didn't have that person be that way. But everyone has a different experience with good looking people. So their experience might be totally different. So of course, I like the people that have good experience with good looking people because I'm good looking and I'm very nice. So I give that good experience. But I mean, if somebody had a bad experience, I really feel, and it's for them, and I feel bad, and I wish that wouldn't have happened to them, of course. But I'm really supportive, obviously. But you can't be supportive to someone that's not gonna budge or anything, or doesn't really acknowledge you in any way or anything. So you just have to keep it at a distance. But people can change, and people do change and do whatever transformations and all that. So it's interesting to see how the world turns and how what's come up next. And of course, remember, my opinions might seem controversial to some people, but to me, they've always been like this. I've always had these opinions. So, and when I was young, I just spoke them, and I didn't really realize that some people would be really offended sometimes. But I try not to offend. I try not to offend with anybody. I don't want people to feel bad. And my intention is to get people that have struggled with a lot of these issues. I don't have to think I have issues now, but growing up I had a lot of things to deal with, and so I had kind of like when you have people say certain things, you're just like you want people to relate and connect and overcome them too. So you talk about yourself in a way that gets people going and feeling good and overcoming stuff. So that's what I like to do. I like to see people rise and overcome things. Thank you for watching. Bye now.